Namaste, namaste, my beautiful queens. Please do not ignore this message. My beauties, I want to tell you before I even tell you what I want to say about this woman. This is absolute truth. Absolute truth is that when you spread the information like this about channels, like this about her knowledge, the information about manipulators, you saving somebody's life, especially if you are in Asian countries, let's say India or Eastern countries, where girls are being mistreated, when women and female are being mistreated, when in many families girls is growing up being abandoned or suppressed or abused, if not physically, but very often physically, if not physically, emotionally, mentally. She has so many wounds, and when she grows up and she gets into relationship with a manipulator, she simply, when she gets abused, she's so used to be abused, she doesn't even know she's abused. And even if she knows she is abused, she considers that this is the right way, this is how things are supposed to be. This is why I was lately, like last especially couple weeks, I would go to bed at 4 a.m. I couldn't just find on YouTube a channel which would give you, a channel of someone who is not just knowledgeable, not just professional, but who is very deep, who is very true to the core, who is like amazing, who is putting it out there because she wants to help. And I did share a couple channels with you. Those are great people, but and one day, couple days ago, I did hit there a couple of videos of this Dr. Ramani, and I did share the information with you in my community. And finally today I fully watched one of her videos, because I somehow believed that I have to do it myself. I have to do this videos warning of you being manipulated. And you see, you can be a victim of narcissist, covert narcissist, vulnerable narcissist, grandiose narcissist, abuser. You see, and you might not be aware. This is why I still want to make several videos, with methods they do, with simply the words they use when they are manipulating and abusing you, gaslighting, devaluing. I still will do myself several videos explaining you these things. But I watched one of her videos and I started to cry. I came outside, I look at the sky and I say, this is the answer. This woman is the answer. Now, I don't have to tell you anything. I don't have to explain you anything. I still will, you know me. I still will make those videos with my own research and my own things I know, and I to warn you. But at the same time, this channel, this doctor, so this is her name, her channel is Dr. Ramani. She is Indian, but she was born in New Jersey, and the thing is, her full name is not possible to pronounce if you are not not used to it. Ramani Suryakantam Durvash, oh my goodness, I hope she would forgive me. Durvasula, Ramani Suryakantam Durvasula. Anyways, Dr. Ramani, And she has her YouTube channel, Dr. Ramani, and she has 3 books, but one of her most popular books called Should I Stay or Should I Go? I have already ordered that book on Amazon. So she gives information so she puts it into such a form that anyone can understand clearly what it is all about. And girls, if you think that this is happening to anyone else but you, think again. And it's not just for relationship. You could have been brought up by narcissistic parents or narcissistic mother or father, and you might not even be aware about the consequences you have. So please, from now on, I will link her YouTube channel under all of my videos. Under each and one of my videos, I'm going to link her channel. Please spread the awareness. You will save a life. She said in one of her interviews, we live in a world where mental illness, challenges in living, and general distress are so stigmatized. I strongly believe in the power of therapy to promote wellness, to promote growth, and to give people a non-judgmental, structured space in which to be able to explore themselves in uncensored manner. She is specialist of narcissism. I call them manipulators. It's just they all are manipulators. So she was on TED Talk. She is a clinical psychologist. She's a professor of psychology. She's an author, as I already said, and she has education from University of Connecticut and University of California. And she was on TED Talk. You can look up the TED Talk in 2018, Narcissism and Its Discontents. I would be wonderful if she went to TED Talk India. That would be phenomenal, because unfortunately it's just so many beautiful souls. I get emails every day, and hundreds are being mistreated, manipulated, and they don't even know about it. And it would be wonderful when she went TED Talk India. Narcissism and its discontent. Discontents. She was on Red Table Talk in 2019, a narcissism epidemic. She also was on the Red Table Talk in this year, is our anxiety and fears, and she's a relationship expert, and she's as I already said, narcissist expert. So she also has podcasts, and subjects she discussed are why does the narcissist always get the girl, how to get it, how to recognize it, narcissist boss, a narcissistic parent, how to recognize a narcissist, how to deal with narcissist and psychopath, and how to cope with feelings of uncertainty and grief. And another great subject, her podcast is Raised by Narcissist. Signs that you have been raised by narcissist, symptoms, and how to recover. My favorite in 2020, don't fall in love with a narcissist. Well, yeah, don't, because you're gonna be screwed up completely. And also don'ts and do's, and don't negotiate with a narcissist. Narcissists, they have their own reality, their own justice, their own agenda. Of course, different types of, as I said, vulnerable narcissists, covert narcissists, grandiose narcissists who who believes he is God and everyone is his slave and they have to serve him. And if you do serve him, you have to be happy that you have an honor to serve him. The biggest tragedy here is they don't have compassion and they don't have empathy. This is biggest mistake. And the reasons for suffering, my beautiful queens, the reasons for suffering for years, you know what is the reason? I can give you only one reason. Of course, it comes with childhood traumas, with inner insecurities, but I can give you one reason. Hope that miracle can happen and a snake gonna wake up in the morning turning into a swan. It's a hope that manipulator, because I call them all manipulators and I call them all psychopaths, even though this is not professional, because the professional psychologists, they don't call everyone a psychopath, but I absolutely agree with the manipulators researcher and the writer Anna Baginska, Ukrainian woman. She calls every manipulator a psychopath because they're using certain techniques to break you down to the level of dust, and they can do anything with you. And if you are not aware of the methods of manipulation they use, you can end up in you're really smashed and crushed and destroyed. So please understand, when you share those videos, as I already said, under each one of my video, now everywhere it's going to be her channel. And when you share her videos on your Facebook, on your, I don't know, your Twitter, your Instagram, any social media, don't underestimate the fact that you might be saving somebody's life. Of course, I'm going to do myself several more videos of methods of manipulation, of what type of manipulation the manipulator uses, what you can end up being if you decided to hope that manipulator can realize something, understand something, or change. That's very sad. So please just spread the awareness. Another thing, my beautiful queens, I want to tell you, if you happened to escape a manipulator, again, I call them all psychopath, but we can call them manipulator who manipulates in order to get you do what he wants. If you manage to escape a manipulator, a narc abuser, if you put yourself together and you escaped from him, please hear me, please hear me, never take him back. Why? When you escape from a manipulator, not when he just dumped you himself because he didn't need you anymore, or because your resources was no longer there, but because you escaped from him. He was your husband or he was your boyfriend. Mark my words, he will come back. But may every force out there forbid you take him back. I will give you several examples which I know firsthand. How they do it. So you escaped, you divorced, or you just escaped and you are gone, you cut everything. He waits, he needs his revenge because they are psychos, they are psychopaths. They don't have compassion, they don't feel regrets, they don't have empathy, they don't care about your pain. He needs revenge. And so what happens? He's going to wait sometimes several months, but sometimes even several years. And then he's going to come back to your life looking as an absolutely transformed, changed person, as a Prince Charming from a dream. And convincing you. Some of them are gonna stand on their knees or giving you roses, I don't know, swear to you that he understood everything, he changed. If you're not gonna bite and take him back, then he is going to start calling your, if you have common friends and even your parents, you know, I love her, I want her back, I understood everything, I am completely transformed. If you don't take him back after that, he might press your jealousy buttons, you know, you're not the last woman in the city, there is other women as well in the city. Also, he can by mistake so-called send you text message calling you by a different name. Anyway, this is manipulation. What he needs, he wants to take you back. He wants you to take him back. After you take him back for a couple of weeks or even months, he's going to act like an angel, and you're going to be completely convinced that he's transformed. But then he's going to make you pay for leaving him. And I will just give you several examples. One of the example was a comment under one of my videos a couple days ago. I took him back. I believe that he transformed. I believe that he changed. He served me divorce papers on the Valentine's Day, on 14th of February. Another case is much worse. She got pregnant, he dumped her pregnant. He doesn't have ability to feel anybody's pain. This is what you have to understand. He don't have empathy. He needs his revenge to satisfy his sick ego. He's sick. And he dumps her pregnant. One dumped her just after she had a child, his child. Yes, they are this bad. Some of them are this bad. One case is also real. He convinces her to move to another country. She sells everything she has and they move to another country. They rent an apartment. He changes the locks. He takes her documents. He leaves her on the street without the money, without the documents, in the foreign country when she doesn't even know the language. This is how they get the revenge. If you escaped a psychopath of any level, okay, let's call him manipulator, please don't take them back. They don't change. They're not gonna miraculously change. He came back to have his revenge. And make sure, you know, believe me, if you get him back, he's gonna make you pay multiply to 100 price. And some of them do come even several years later. Why do they wait? Why do they have this time when they make you wait? Because, you know, when time goes by, the bad memories, they kind of go away and only good memories are staying. Please be careful. Please, they don't change. They came to make you pay. Another thing I want to tell you, my beautiful queens. Unfortunately, when you're a victim of a narc, sometimes you get up to the point you are suicidal. If you are a victim of a manipulator, if you escaped from a manipulator, if you are a victim of a manipulator, please, my beauties, please get professional help. It's not that difficult, because now many and many amazing professionals works through Skype or a messenger. And I just can tell you my own example that I was looking for a psychologist because I still had issues with my childhood traumas and my own insecurities, and also I am as well a survivor of the brilliant manipulation, narcissistic manipulation. So I found, the prices here in States could be up to $100 per hour, and I absolutely, couldn't do that, and I also didn't want to do that. So I found one amazing man who is psychologist and psychiatrist in Ukraine, who only takes $15 an hour, only $15 an hour. And another specialist I found in St. Petersburg, a woman with 20 years of research, she takes $30 per hour. So it's not that expensive, because the sessions are once a week. Usually a session have to going constantly, but you can do once a week or even twice a month. Just you have to be constant. So I don't think $30, even if you have to pay $50 per week to go into therapy, please still try to do that. If you're completely poor, if you are absolutely poor, you have no money whatsoever, please watch her channel. And please, please, please just Google free psychological help. Don't suffer alone. Just Google free psychological help or affordable psychological help. Just put it on Google. You'll see a whole bunch of resources to help yourself in the healing, because it's just when you are a victim, you were a victim, you are escaped, you are in little tiny moleculars which you have to put together. When you are on your own, it might take a lot, it might take even years. With a professional, it will be faster. So do your research. If you do find a professional, please dig into that professional, the education, their credentials, their research they've done, or something like this. And please just get yourself professional help, because it will help you recover faster. Because also you become usually a victim of a narcissist because of the wounds and traumas. This is what called, and also she called it wounds bond, or so-called, we all know the word codependency. So working with a specialist not only going to help you recover the effect of hard manipulation, because that's horrible, what it makes to your body, to your mind, to your mental and emotional health, but they always also can help you with your other wounds, so you don't fall into the trap of the narcissist in the future. So please, 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 I highly recommend, don't suffer alone. Just Google free psychological help. If you can't pay at all, it's gonna give you a lots of information. Or affordable psychological help, you can find a specialist in any country, anywhere in the world, and they can do the therapy online, and you just pay them with PayPal or whatever, or go into group therapy. But please don't underestimate what a true professional can do for your healing. Also, what I would recommend, of course, meditations, meditations, tons of them online. I highly recommend aromatherapy. It's not a big deal. You get yourself little aroma lamp, and you get yourself a bottle of the oils. Also, I have lavender oil here. Also, tons and tons of information about aromatherapy. Just gets instantly into the certain level of our brain, of our I don't know how to say it in English. Anyways, aromatherapy is unbelievable. It's unbelievably effective, because you absorb the scent before you can even realize that what you're doing. It affects very quickly all kinds of mental, when you feel not fine mentally, emotionally, spiritually. That's why in the mosques or in the temples you see, of course, it's used frankincense and other things. Please go into search into aromatherapy, goes all the information under your fingertips. You know, you can just Google aromatherapy benefits for sadness, depression, and you can get yourself a lamp, you can get yourself a couple bottles of oil and instantly feel better. Another thing I would recommend, of course, there are the herbs which are used for thousands of years, like Ashwagandha, like Saint John wort, like of course a valerian root everyone knows, Saint Basil syrups, and so on and so on. You can again Google it or look it at Amazon. Stress relief supplements or anxiety supplements, sleepiness supplements, or natural supplements. You can get them online. You can get them. My mom knows herbs, so she makes all kinds of this beautiful teas where she put 12 herbs or 23 herbs, and she knows them for 60 years. So just look into. You can get the supplements, natural supplements for feeling calm, relaxed, and also keep up with stress and sadness and kind of depressive thoughts. But of course, my biggest thing is please try to get yourself a professional, real professional. Make sure you're dealing with a real professional who will help you recover. And you can add aromatherapy, you can add yoga, you can add natural supplements. Massages, of course, are wonderful as well, but please do not ever take a manipulator back, and concentrate on your own recovery. This is all for this video, my beautiful queens. I'm gonna link this amazing woman under each of my video, and when you spread this information, please understand you are saving somebody. Namaste.